forgot to do this in the class intro video. But if you're watching this, what I need from you is which teacher has the best background? Who is filming videos from a good space that looks cool? I don't like this space, but it's the spot that's farthest from my sleeping children. So you got the brick wall facade. But give me some feedback on which teacher has a cool background so I can get some tips on that. So this is just to walk us through the assessment, 7.1. It's not the end of Unit 7, but we're still going to take an assessment on what we've been talking about. And it's a little bit different than any assessment we've done. Basically, regardless of what class you're in, Standard U.S. History or Honors U.S. History, modifications via IEP or not, you're going to get 4 or 5 questions, and it's short answer. I'm not looking for probably more than 4 to 5 sentences on any in particular question. But let me just go through the directions here and then figure out what I'm leaving out. So respond with questions, emails, Schoology messages, because I've never done this assessment quite like this before. So the instructions. These questions are, and I'm going to read them verbatim, even though that's not good presentation material here. These questions, but then I'm also going to give some other information. So please stick with me. It's all having to do with stuff we've already talked about, especially if you watched the review video on Thursday last week. So these answers must be in your own words, not in another student's words, and not in website's language, right? I tried to ask the questions in a way that it's really not going to be helpful to go elsewhere than our assignments. But I do want this to be your work, your measures. I'm not talking to other people, talking to me first. You should go back to your old assignments and notes and watch the flipped lectures. There's only 2 of them this unit, I think, and to help you with this assessment. So this is no new information, even though I might be asking it in a way that seems initially new. I said you shouldn't be working with other students on this. Always write in complete sentences. We're using academic language, so it's different than text message language. We got complete sentences with capital letters, avoiding these kinds of words, which are fine if you use them, but not in academic language. The reason this is due on Thursday is to give you time to email or request a Google Meet, because I want to help you with this stuff. This is a different kind of assessment, these 5 short answer questions. I want to help you, but try to get to it early so we can figure out when we can meet. And then beat the sloth, right? The sloth is still there in the back of the classroom, lonely and leaving stuff blank. Right? Now the rubric, really quickly, each question is going to be worth 3 points. The first point is whether or not you answer it correctly. The second point is if you explain yourself in whatever way the question asks, so details, evidence, examples, and then this sort of proper grammar stuff that I talked about earlier. And then this question, not everybody's going to see this question, right? But I just want to give you an example of what it's going to look like. So it says, this is a question from the home front assignment. So first thing you should do is go back to the home front assignment and open that up, right? And then it just says, why was Executive Order 9066 a bad idea? You might have that question, you might not. It needs to be in your own words, it needs to be in complete sentences. And I did change the settings on this. I believe that you could do 2 questions and then go to work and then come back and finish the other ones as long as you have clicked. Well, my buttons look different because this is just a preview, but you'll be able to go back in and review them without submitting them. And if that's not the case, take screenshots and let me know. So that is how we want to do assessment 7.1. We want you to use your old assignments and ask me questions, but work independently. You're the first people to ever take this assessment in this way, so please feel free to reach out with questions, and that's why we have the 4 days to take a look at it, to make room for me to make corrections and you to ask questions.